Hey there, everybody. This is the author Andrew Snorton, and you are joining me for the Fast 15 as we do each and every Wednesday for the first and third Wednesday at 1:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then the second and fourth Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We take about 15 minutes to pause, check up, check in, enjoy an encouraging note from any of my books or audiobooks, and then close out with a few announcements and updates to get you on your way. To stay connected with me, make sure to add me on Facebook on the author page, Author Andrew Snorton. Add me at AuthorASnorton on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can catch up on all the other Fast 15s and other related programs. And when you add me on Instagram at AuthorASnorton, click on the link in the bio. If you have interview requests, other inquiries, things along those lines, you can download a copy of my press and media kit. And you may also pull archival interviews from different media outlets. That way you get a chance to get to know me, know my work, things along those lines. And you can also email me at authorasnorton@gmail.com. If you just have a general request, you just need a word of encouragement or what have you, please don't hesitate to reach out. It is fine by me because there are people who've reached out to encourage me, so I should take time to encourage you. And as we get into our reading for the day, or before we do that, we always take time to acknowledge people who aren't doing that great and people who are doing pretty well. And it's just life happens. Life happens, and sometimes life can be kind of rough. And like the gospel song, The Rough Side of the Mountain, some people might have pulled a hamstring or something trying to climb up the rough side of the mountain. So if this applies to you or anyone you know who might be going through, a physical health challenge, a mental health challenge, transitioning back into, let's say, the workforce, or there's family challenges going on, community challenges, personal challenges, like I always say, you have every right to feel some kind of way. We're people. We get angry sometimes. We get hurt sometimes. We get disappointed sometimes. We get frustrated. And it's okay to feel that way. But the bigger thing is, once you've kind of acknowledged what's going on, do what you can to pause, pivot, redirect. So if what you're going through requires professional help or professional attention, get it. There's no harm in that. If what it requires you just changing the people that you're around or the places that you go or changing up your routine, or like they like to say, if you have to move differently, then move differently. As long as it's going to put you in a positive space and place where it doesn't hurt you or others, then definitely, investigate it. By the same token, we know there's people who are doing well, people celebrating birthdays or professional accomplishments, personal accomplishments, community accomplishments. Please take time to celebrate. I mean, that's part of life. You should celebrate, especially when you know what you've been led through. I don't know what that was, but I think we're good. Especially when you know what you've been led through in order to get there. So take time to pause and celebrate. Don't go overboard, but take time to pause and celebrate. And as I always say, don't forget about people who might not be doing as well, because we were that person, and we might be that person down the road. So those are the things that we want to open up with. And I'm going to pull a selection from probably my favorite. All my books are my favorite, but definitely this one, 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1. And this is where people who I interviewed opened up about living with what their biggest daily challenge was: physical health, mental health, life after incarceration, things along those lines. So people were kind enough to open up and be like, hey, this is what I am, living with or living through. So I'm going to pull from, especially today being women's, it's Women's History Month, International Women's Day. We're going to pull from chapter 3, the chapter Crafty. And there's a couple of selections on here that I think not only just speak to women, but just speak to people in general. So here's a couple of things in regarding your faith or things along those lines. His plans for me are so great. As long as I stay covered in him, he'll always be there for me and others. And repeat that one more time. His plans for me are great. As long as I stay covered in him, he'll always be there for me and others. that's just a reference to your faith. And it doesn't mean you're not going to go through rough times. Like, we are going to go through some rough times. That's going to happen. But if we're willing to weather those storms as best as possible, those storms just prepare you for the sun, S-U-N, that's right there on the horizon. So again, while none of us like going through adversity, if we're willing to weather the storm as best as possible and put our faith where it needs to go, you never know what's there in store for you. And here's another quote that I think will help. And this ties in with moving a little bit differently. I may be in this world, but I am not of it. She calmly speaks in a tone of resolve, confidence, sincerity, encouragement, and ultimately empowerment. Let me run that back again. I may be in this world, but I am not of it. And I remember when I interviewed the person, Crafty, she said it with a calm and presence and wisdom and understanding. And so think about it. It's okay to move differently. It's okay to tap into your creativity. It's okay to try something different. It's okay to take that step on faith and, write a book or establish a business or take in that hobby. It's okay sometimes to move by yourself. Sometimes you have to. It's okay to move with different groups just to get that exposure and connectivity and things along those lines. So when I think about that, that's not only just applicable to women, that's anybody. I'm going to say it one more time. I may be in this world, but I am not of it, which means stand on your own too. Be firm in your faith. When you need those moments for recovery, take those. When you need those moments to decompress, to help you regain perspective, do it. So hopefully the words from this chapter, Crafty, which is a third chapter in the book, 9 Stories of Faith, Volume 1, will not only help you, but also help someone you know. So here's a few quick things as we get ready to wind down. Quick announcements. March 18th, for those of you in Macon, Georgia, join me at the Harriet Tubman Museum, March 18th. I want to say it'll be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you're in Macon, Warner Robins, Bibb County, Fort Valley, or anywhere in central Georgia, make your way to the Tubman Museum. There's going to be an event there. I'll be one of the participating authors. I might even be speaking. So definitely come on out. I'll have the books available. You can meet, greet, add to your library, all those types of things. And thank you to Tubman Museum, as they're one of the venues that's carrying my books. For the coffee lovers, shouts to our partners at Fonte's Coffee with the AuthorASnorton blend. It's a medium roast, so it's just strong enough without going over the top. Right now, you can order it online at fontescoffee.com. Scroll to the special collections, and where you see my headshot, click on it. You're good to go. And as a reminder, if your order is $60 or more, $60 or more, it's free shipping. So I usually say get 2 bags in a book, as they're also selling my book. So thank you to Fonte's Coffee. Thank you to every independent bookstore that is supporting me. And I tell you what, please do not overlook your independent bookstores wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. They allow authors like me and so many others opportunities, and those opportunities build to other opportunities. So please support all of our independent bookstores. And if you're on my distribution list, remember, twice a month is when the newsletter comes out. And when you look at the very end, I have the listing of all the stores, schools, library, public libraries, all that they're supporting. So please make sure to check it out. If you're not subscribing to the newsletter, shame on you, because you get some inside info before it gets out on the social media. So if you want to be part of the mailing list, it only goes out twice a month, so you're not getting bombarded by a whole bunch of shenanigans. You may just DM me with your name and email, or you can email me at AuthorASnorton@gmail.com to find out more. Many thanks to my team at Status Network Live TV, as we're getting close to wrapping up with the project that was at the same time as the show, but looking forward to getting back on air and bringing you some great guests across the entertainment business community and more on the Conversation Corner. So that's Status Network, LIVE Live TV. Go on the Status Network website, or when you subscribe to my YouTube, click on the archival shows. We've had some great people come on, and we're looking forward to getting back and having some more great people. Me Time Book Club. Me Time Book Club, based in Birmingham, Alabama, April 22nd from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Central Time. I'm one of the participating authors for the Behind the Ink Festival, which is, again, taking place in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm sincerely excited and grateful. And that goes to every book festival that I've been a part of, every book signing, speaking engagement, all of the readers, fellow authors, just everybody. Thank you. Is like, as some of you know, this is year 6 for me. So 4 books and 5 audiobooks in, and I'm just thankful and grateful to everybody lending support. Trying to see if there's anything else on the horizon. I'm sure there is, so check the newsletter. And as I get ready to wind down, again, to stay connected with me, author Andrew Snorton on Facebook, AuthorASnorton on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Make sure to follow, subscribe, share, click, like. All that stuff helps. And you may email me at authorasnorton@gmail.com. And as we get ready to wind down, thanks again. Happy birthday, Mom. Her birthday was last week. We definitely surprised her with a great visit. So shouts to my immediate and extended family for making that happen. It was just a great time, great experience. So thank you for helping celebrate Mom's birthday. But as we get ready to close out, as I always try to say, and I know I flip the order sometimes, but you kind of know where I'm going. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. So stay victorious and keep it moving. So until next time, everybody, seriously, take very good care. I look forward to seeing you real soon.